My sister's wedding was perfect until I recognized her fiancé as the man who destroyed my life. I almost didn't attend my sister Megan's wedding. We'd been estranged for 2 years after falling out over our mother's care, but her tearful phone call last month, "Pert, I am getting married, Jess, and I need my big sister there," Pern broke through my defenses. I flew across the country, determined to mend our relationship. The rehearsal dinner was the first time I'd see her in person since our fight, and I was a bundle of nerves as I entered the restaurant. Megan spotted me immediately, rushing over in a blur of blonde hair and perfume. "You came," she squealed, pulling me into a hug that felt like home. "He's been dying to meet my brilliant big sister." I followed her through the crowd, plastering on my best smile, ready to meet the man who had apparently helped heal my sister after her disastrous first marriage. David Wilson shapped 5 years ago when he destroyed my career. His name was Daniel Walsh. I froze champagne glass halfway to my lips as memories crashed over me. Daniel had been my boss at Meridian Publishing, pert, charming, ambitious, and utterly ruthless. When a major error was discovered in a textbook project I supervised, Daniel publicly blamed me despite knowing the mistake originated with his changes. I was fired, blacklisted in the industry, and spiraled into depression that took years of therapy to overcome. He changed his appearance, paired shorter hair, contacts instead of glasses, more polished pair, but those calculating eyes were unmistakable. Those same eyes now widened in recognition before quickly masking it with confusion. "David, this is my sister Jessica," Megan said proudly. "Wonderful to finally meet you," he said smoothly, extending his hand. "Megan talks about you constantly." I shook his hand mechanically, my mind racing. Did he think I wouldn't recognize him? Did Megan know about his past? About our past? "How did you two meet?" I managed to ask, my voice surprisingly steady. "At a charity fundraiser last year," Megan answered, looking at him adoringly. "He outbid everyone for a silent auction package I wanted, then offered to share it with me. Throughout dinner, I watched him charm everyone at the table while shooting me occasional glances that clearly said, 'Don't make a scene.' I excused myself early, claiming jet lag, and spent the night researching. David Wilson had appeared on social media 3 years ago, pant right, when Daniel Walsh had mysteriously left Meridian Publishing's an educational background, just different names and cities. He'd reinvented himself completely. The wedding was tomorrow. My sister looked happier than I'd seen her in years. What was I supposed to do? At 2 a.m. a text message lit up my phone. "Lobby bar. Now, we need to talk." David Daniel sat in a dark corner nursing a whiskey. "I knew this would happen eventually," he said as I approached. "Small world, right? Does my sister know you are living under a false identity?" I demanded, keeping my voice low. "It's legal. I changed it after everything. After you destroyed my career to save yourself." He had the decency to look uncomfortable. "I was a different person then, ruthless, ambitious at any cost. After what happened with you, I couldn't live with myself. I resigned, changed my name, started over. And now you are marrying my sister. Is this some sick way to make amends?" "I had no idea she was your sister until 3 months ago when she showed me old family photos." He leaned forward. "By then I was already in love with her. I've been trying to figure out how to tell her ever since." "Tell her what? That you are the reason her sister disappeared from her life for 2 years? That while I was too ashamed to face my family after losing everything, you are reinventing yourself?" "I've changed, Jessica. I've spent years making amends, working with ethics committees, anonymously supporting people whose careers were damaged by corporate politics, except me," I said bitterly. "You never tried to make amends to me." He pulled out his phone, showing me an email draft dated 3 years ago. It was addressed to me, paired a full confession and apology. I wrote this a dozen times, but never had the courage to send it. I was a coward. I stared at him, torn between rage and confusion. "What do you expect me to do now? Stand by tomorrow and watch you marry my sister based on a lie?" "No," he said quietly. "I expect you to do what I never had the courage to do. Parrot, tell the truth, whatever the cost." He stood up. "I am going to our room to wake Megan. I'll tell her everything. If she still wants to marry me tomorrow, it will be with complete honesty between us. Then I'll have lost the best thing in my life, but at least I'll finally have done the right thing." He paused. "For what it's worth, I am truly sorry for what I did to you."